So you're getting ready for cataract surgery, and you're probably focused on the procedure itself, right? But let's talk about something that's just as important, that first week back at home. Today, we're going to walk through a super simple home setup that can honestly transform your recovery from stressful to, well, serene. These are tiny changes that make a massive difference.
This quote is pretty funny, but it really hits on something real that a lot of people worry about. You're picturing this quiet week of naps and healing, but the reality can feel a little more like you're navigating your own house blindfolded. So, why does it sometimes feel like that? On one hand, you've got this expectation of peaceful rest, but the reality, it can quickly become an obstacle course of just tiny frustrations. What should be a simple medical event suddenly feels like you're playing a low-stakes survival game in your own living room. And that is exactly what we're here to help you prevent. And here's the thing that might surprise you. For most people, the biggest challenge isn't actually the pain. It's the sheer exhaustion that comes from all these little struggles stacking up. Hunting for a missing bottle of drops, trying to get up from a couch that's too low, or dealing with a light that's just way too bright. Each one steals a few minutes, and before you know it, you've lost half an hour of your day just to friction. This little guide is your shortcut to getting that time and your peace of mind back. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. We're going to look at 7 super common mistakes. They're incredibly easy to make, but guess what? They're just as easy to avoid with a tiny bit of planning. Think of this as learning from someone else's experience so you don't have to make the same mistakes. So here they are, the usual suspects. You've got logistical things like not having one central spot for your eye drops, which always leads to that frantic middle-of-the-night hunt. And then there are the environmental traps, like harsh lighting or a favorite chair that's just too low to get out of easily. Each one seems small, right? But together they really can cost you time, sleep, and comfort. The good news is there's a really simple fix for all of this. And that fix, well, we're calling it the 5-zone setup. This is the heart of our solution. A simple plan you can literally set up in about 15 minutes to guarantee a smoother, safer, and much calmer week. So, what is this thing really? The 5-zone setup is just a super practical way to organize your space. The entire goal is to put everything you'll need within arm's reach so you're not bending over, squinting at labels, or just guessing where you left something when you're feeling groggy. And here's the whole system in a nutshell. We start with a clear pathway zone, no tripping over shoes at 2 a.m. We create a protective sleep zone, and of course, that all-important drop zone. Even your bathroom gets a little makeover into a safe hygiene zone, and it all revolves around your main comfort zone. Look, this isn't about redecorating. It's about creating a small, safe ecosystem, a little recovery cocoon for yourself. All right, now that we've seen the big picture, let's zoom in on the 3 areas that honestly cause the most stress. Managing those eye drops, getting safe sleep, and knowing exactly when you need to pick up the phone and call for help. Your eye drop station, I'm not exaggerating when I say this is the heart of your recovery. You might have several different bottles, all on different schedules, and keeping that straight is absolutely non-negotiable. Having one dedicated station prevents missed doses and all the anxiety that comes with that. The solution is so easy. Create a single command center. Seriously, just grab a small basket or a tray and put all your drops, some tissues, and a simple written schedule inside. Then use your phone or a smart speaker to set alarms for every single dose, and keep hand sanitizer right there. This one simple setup completely gets rid of that medication scavenger hunt. Next up, sleep. The whole point here is super simple. Protect your eye from accidental bumps or rubbing. You've got 2 great options. A wedge pillow is fantastic, especially if you have back issues or you tend to move around a lot. But honestly, a simple stack of firm pillows you already own can work just as well. Just use them to build a little barrier so you don't roll over. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's just about what works for you, your body, and your wallet. Okay, let's talk money for a second, because nobody likes surprise costs. First thing, check if your protective eye shield is included with your surgery stuff. It often is. Artificial tears are a really good idea for dryness. And for bigger things like a wedge pillow, remember that borrowing from a friend is a fantastic free option. This is all about separating the nice-to-haves from what's truly going to save you from a tough week. Okay, listen up because this next part is super, super important. And this isn't meant to scare you at all. It's actually meant to do the opposite. It's meant to give you clarity and peace of mind. Knowing exactly when to call your doctor is a huge part of a stress-free recovery. These are the absolute, non-negotiable red flags.
Things like a sudden change in your vision, severe pain that's actually getting worse, or seeing new flashes of light. These are not wait-and-see symptoms. They mean you pick up the phone and call your surgical team right away. Taping this list to your fridge can save you hours of worry. And remember, a 2-minute call to get reassurance is always the right move.
All right, we've covered the why and the what. So now for the best part, turning all of this knowledge into actual action. Here's what you can do in the next 15 minutes to make all of this a reality. I love this story because it just nails the feeling. It's day 2, the drops are missing, the lights are blasting, and you're just sitting there blinking like a confused owl. And that's when you have the big realization. You don't need heroic willpower to get through recovery. You just need a simple system that still works even when you're sleepy and your brain is a little foggy.
And that is really the big idea behind this whole thing. A simple, well-thought-out setup will beat raw willpower every single time, especially when you're tired. Don't rely on your memory. Set up your environment to do the heavy lifting for you.
So here it is, your 15-minute action plan for a way better week. In the next 15 minutes, you can do these 3 things. 1, clear the path from your bed to the bathroom. 2, build that all-in-one eye drop basket. And 3, pull out your phone and program alarms for your first 2 drop times tomorrow. It's a tiny bit of effort now that pays off big time all week long. So I'll leave you with this question. What's one thing, just one, you can do in the next 15 minutes to give yourself a calmer, more comfortable recovery week? Pick one thing from that list. Do it right now, and I promise your future self is going to thank you for it.